The events begin directly with a scene where the girl kills our hero, Kanata, without showing mercy. That night, our hero died without anyone hearing about it. But suddenly, our hero wakes up, and the first thing he sees is the old goblin in front of him. Our hero is astonished and doesn't understand how he survived death, and what increases his fear is the large number of green monsters around him. The old man named our hero Goburou, and also fed him a disgusting insect. When Goburou woke up the next day, he found himself among a group of ugly green infants, but he was surprised to find that he had become like them. He had died and been reborn as a pitiful green creature, unable even to move, and all he could do was cry out loudly. The next day, he was surprised to find that he had grown larger quickly. Goblins mature faster than expected. His body grew well until he became much larger and able to speak properly. For this reason, our hero decided to take advantage of his second chance at life to achieve his dreams. The old man brought them their food, which was disgusting insects, and told them, "This is the last food you will get from me. You have grown up and must find your own food." Goburou enjoyed the taste of these insects and then left the cave to explore the world he had been reborn into. He was now in a dangerous forest filled with wild birds. Goburou realized that this world was entirely different from the one he had lived in before. He met a goblin named Jobo Kichi, and went out with them to the forest to look for food. During their walk, they found a rabbit. Jobo Kichi ran after it while Goburou devised a trick and jumped on it from above, allowing them to catch their first prey in this world. But Jobo Kichi tried to eat the rabbit alone, so Goburou hit them and taught them the necessity of sharing the prey among themselves. Goburou broke the rabbit's horn and thought about making a weapon from it, but at that moment, he received a message in his mind telling him that he could gain the rabbit's abilities. Goburou was astonished and didn't understand what was happening to him. Jobo Kichi were exhausted from hunger and shared the rabbit. The next day, they went out to the forest again and executed the same plan to catch a rabbit. Goburou was happy collecting its horns, and each time he received a message in his mind that he was gaining a new variety of abilities. But Goburou didn't participate in the matter and began sharing hunting rights with Jobo Kichi. Suddenly, his eyes sparkled and he heard a voice in his mind telling him that he had gained the escape resistance skill. Goburou understood what he had gained and realized that he was born with the rare ability to acquire the abilities of heroes after his previous life. He was a monster that could eat anything, even if it was poisonous. Now he took the opportunity to gain the traits of anything he ate, which meant that the rare ability had followed him even into this strange world. But unfortunately, the techniques that developed in his previous life were no longer effective after being reborn in this world. Goburou intended to become stronger, fully aware that in this world there were many monsters with immense powers. On the 6th day, the goblin girl was highly impressed with Goburou and Kichi while they were eating the horned rabbit. What amazed her even more was that she had heard that someone had died a few days ago after being injured by a horned rabbit. She was more impressed with Goburou, who seemed very smart and extremely strong. But she broke Kichi's heart and told him, "You're just an ordinary goblin." Goburou was another goblin, eagerly awaiting to go out hunting with them tomorrow. She was very excited about the challenge. But unfortunately, it rained the next day, so they postponed the hunt with Goburou until the next day. Goburou had nothing to do that day, so he went to check the inventory and see if he had managed to create a new weapon. But when he entered his room, he was shocked by what he saw. He found a group of captive women. There was also the old man, Kabji, the elder of this human cave, who told Goburou that his level could evolve faster than it currently was, and ordered him to measure his level. Indeed he did, and Goburou reached level 86. The old man told him, "If you reach level 100, you will evolve into a more advanced being. But this is very rare, as goblins who reach this level are extremely rare. Also, goblins age quickly, so this old man is only in his 50s. The next day, Goburou went hunting with Goburou, who assisted them with ranged attacks. Thanks to their integrated team, they began hunting new types of monsters this time. They sat together and ate snake meat, and Goburou was extremely impressed with its taste, as it was her first time hunting. Suddenly, Goburou's eyes sparkled again, and the system informed him that he had acquired many new skills because the snake he ate had a higher level. Sakichi wanted to eat the snake's head, but Goburou stopped him because it was poisonous, and he would die if he ate it. But Goburou could eat it normally because he had the poison resistance ability. Afterward, the three of them went to explore an unknown cave, but they encountered a nest of wild bats. Goburou made them escape before them, while Kichi used the shield and Goburou attacked with his weapon. Then he used the evil eye ability and succeeded in paralyzing the bats with fear, thus managing to kill all the bats. When Goburou ate the bat's meat, he gained a new set of abilities. At that time, another group of goblins was watching him from afar, eager to taste the meat. The following day, late at night, the same group wanted to attack Goburou out of jealousy for seeing him eat the meat. But Goburou sensed them thanks to his searching ability, while Kichi felt nothing and continued his deep sleep. In the end, Goburou attacked and beat them by himself, resulting in one of them dying because Goburou forgot to adjust his poison. He now wanted to discipline them, but Goburou got angry with them because she loved him and almost killed them. The next day they attacked an orc, but it was very strong and almost defeated Kichi. However, by working together, they managed to catch it, making it their first prey of the day. When Goburou ate the orc meat, he gained powerful new abilities. This time he brought some of the meat back for the rest of the goblins, even those who had attacked him out of jealousy the previous night. It seemed that Goburou's character had changed from what it was in his previous life. He now liked helping the weak since he came here. While Goburou was sleeping, a message appeared in his mind telling him that he had surpassed the level and needed to evolve into a hobo goblin. But he wanted to sleep, so he decided to think about the transformation later. When he woke up the next day, he was shocked by his new appearance. He had transformed, and now looked as he did before his reincarnation. Even Kichi had evolved and now resembled his human form, and Goburou was very impressed with them, as they had become much bigger than they were before. The old man was astonished that they had evolved so quickly. It had not even been a month since their birth. Kichi was excited to see how much stronger he had become, and wanted to fight Goburou to find out. The two went out to fight each other, both possessing incredible strength. But in the end, Goburou defeated Kichi. At that moment they heard wolves howling, and Goburou knew that trouble was coming their way. He called Goburou to bring the net he had made a few days ago. At the same time, a group of horned rabbits appeared, fleeing from a pack of wild wolves. These wolves were so fast and strong that the orc ran away in fear, but he was slow, and the wolves caught up with him and attacked him. While Goburou watched from afar, he told Kichi, "This is our chance to test our advanced strength." He ordered Goburou to hit the leader of the wolf pack with a poisoned arrow. At the same moment, Goburou and Kichi attacked the remaining wolves. Goburou's plan was perfect, having Goburou use her poison on the arrows. When the wolves lost their leader, they started attacking randomly, as their strength lay in their teamwork. Thus they managed to defeat all these powerful wolves, but their leader tried to retaliate and wanted to kill Goburou. But the poison had spread throughout his body, and he died. Goburou ate the leader's meat since he was the strongest among them, thus acquiring very powerful new skills, including military leadership. Once again, Goburou did not forget the weaker goblins, bringing them some of the wolves they had hunted. He told them that they must now rely on themselves to hunt their food. They begged him to teach them how to kill strong monsters, and Goburou agreed, starting to teach them how to hunt and use weapons. He considered all these goblins his friends, and they all shouted his name and praised him. From now on, he became their leader. And with this, we reach the end of the first episode of this beautiful anime. If the clip reaches more than 500 likes, the second part will be released as soon as possible. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel in appreciation of my efforts. Peace.